Hey, aloha folks, and welcome to the Klipper Golf Course. I'm here with Gunnar Lee.
Hey, Kevin.
Man?
Yep.
So Gunnar is a senior at Moanalua High School, and Gunnar is going to be going to
Linfield University.
Yeah. So you're committed already.
Yes, I committed to Linfield to
Yeah.
play D3 golf next year.
Nice. And did you sign?
Not yet, but I have committed to the coach, and yeah, I'm pretty much into the school.
Nice.
For the golf.
Yeah.
Said yes to the coach.
So season's about ready to begin, right?
Yes.
Has your team started practice yet?
No, not yet,
Not
but we're
yet.
gonna start next week.
Start next week.
Yeah.
Wow. And then how's the team? Team strong?
Yeah, it's feeling good.
Yeah.
We have me, a junior, a sophomore, and one freshman.
Okay. And then how do you feel about your chances for OIA this year? You guys gonna be a top runner?
Yeah, we're feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
We're in good standings.
Yeah. Who's gonna be your toughest competition out there?
OA wise, probably maybe Milani.
Milani.
Yeah.
Yeah. Milani's good at everything. My goodness, every sport they're good at it. Do they have a bad sport out there?
No, I heard they're really good in other sports, but yeah, they
Yeah.
got some good players.
So okay. And how about first stage? You guys think you got a chance?
Yeah. It's gonna be a little bit tough, but
Yeah, kind of tough. Who's a strong team for states?
definitely Punahou.
Punahou.
And
Yeah.
YK is up there too. From the Big Island.
Yeah, YK has been good for years, right? I mean, they're always okay. Wow. So I guess certain schools, boy, they produce the talent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, but okay, so you're a senior at Moanalua. You've been playing golf there for 4 years now.
Yep.
And you number one man on the team?
I don't want to
Yeah.
be all that, but
He is. So what's your handicap now?
I am a +2.
+2, and for those of you that don't know, that means he's averaging shooting about 2 under par, averaging. And what's your lowest score?
I shot a 66 at Barber's Point from the blue tees.
Nice. Too good, Gunnar. So Gunnar, I've known you for a while, and I've known your dad for longer. I knew your dad from back in the day when I worked at Alawai driving range, and he used to hit some golf balls over there. So I knew him when he was the golfer and before you were around, I think. But anyway, that's really cool. And was it through your dad's influence that you started golfing?
Yeah. I just liked how one day we went to the driving range at Bayview, and I just picked up the club. I saw my dad hit a few, and I took a few swings at it, and I just couldn't stop swinging.
How old were you?
I was 8 years old.
8 years old, and you started swinging with your dad's club?
Oh no! I had a little US kid set.
Yeah,
but
okay.
Started off a little bit.
So dad knew what he was doing. he was kind of baiting you. Oh, Gunnar, look how much fun this is. He's smart.
At first, I just dragging the club, and it was like not even really elevating. But yeah, ever since that day, I really enjoyed this sport, and I just couldn't stop swinging.
Yeah. Okay. So, you must have had decent hand-eye coordination, and you got the club on the ball. Yeah. Because I mean, if you didn't, then probably wouldn't be as interesting, right?
Yeah. Took me a few tries, but eventually I found the ball.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the movie Tin Cup? I know you're young.
I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, but there's this scene where Kevin Costner describes you hit the golf ball and the tuning fork goes off in your loins and you're hooked for life. But you probably had that experience. You probably hit the ball and felt so good, and you went like, oh my gosh, watch the ball fly, and it's like, oh, this is fun, Dad. Let me do another one, right?
Yep. That's how it played out.
Yeah, I know. It was the same for me, except I wasn't as young, and I was not with my dad. I was, my neighbor said, hey, you want to go golfing? And we went one day, and I hit the golf ball. And I was always a small kid, obviously not a big person. And we played baseball back in the day. And and I could never hit a baseball, you know, like the strong hitters hit it way over the fence, right? I was never that kind of kid. But you hit a golf ball, you know, the shaft loads, you know, releases, the golf ball has some compression to it. And I hit the golf ball and it flew so far. It was like exhilarating for me. I said, wow, look at it go. So you must have had that same experience.
I really enjoyed looking at the ball, like, it's like,
right?
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a rush.
It's cool.
Some people would call us, you know, geeks or something like that, but that's okay. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, you hit. So your dad took you out to Bayview. You tried it. It was like, wow, it was fun. And Zach, was he good right away? Did you like get like he has potential?
I thought so.
Yeah. So you know, the reason I asked that is because I'm a dad, right? And you know, when dad sees something in their kids, right, like, wow, we got to cultivate that. But anyway, okay, so you started playing and you were 8, and so what, right away into a junior golf program, or how did that work?
Yeah, so straight away, we went into first tee. That's where I first started.
First tee at
Yes.
Alawai.
No. They're first at Bayview.
Bayview had a first tee.
They had a first tee.
Who was the coach?
I can't remember. Do you remember, Dad?
He was the pro at OCC.
Oh.
I forgot his name too.
John Hearn.
John Hart, yes.
John Hearn.
Yeah.
John Hearn is a great guy, and that guy can play golf. You ever play golf with him?
I have not yet.
Oh man, he's good. Yeah. Anyway, but you know what? I don't even know how much golf he's playing these days, because you know what he does now?
What does he do?
He's one of those, what do you call that, hydrofoil board? The foil board, the surfboard that has the hydrofoil on it or whatever?
Yeah.
He does that. He's totally into that. He's on YouTube. Not YouTube, what do you call that thing? Instagram.
Oh.
John Hearn. John Hearn, there's a plug for you. Instagram. Check him out. He's like foiling all over the place. He's awesome. But anyway, yeah. Okay, so you learned from John Hearn over there. And that first tee program, I mean, there must be some instruction, and then they take you on the golf course?
Yeah, I remember, we would always go to the range, little chipping area too they had, and later on I moved on to Casey Nakama's junior program.
How many years were you in the first tee and then you moved over to Casey's?
I would say first tee was about a year, and then Casey's was, I've been in Casey's for a long time.
Were you at Casey's when he was at Olamana?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you were at the original location then.
Yeah. I was there since I was, I think, in fifth grade, and then all the way to my freshman year in high school.
Wow.
And then that's where I met my first coach, Phil Chun.
Oh, Phil Chun's your coach. I didn't know that.
Yes, that was my very first coach.
He's a great player too.
Yeah.
What makes Phil Chun unique? There's a lot of things, but what's one thing in his golf? what's one thing in his golf game that makes him unique? That's uncommon. Have you played with him? Did he used to play with you?
No, he would actually take me on the course a lot. We would hit balls at the range.
But he didn't play.
Yeah, I don't think I ever played with him before.
You never played with him? Then you wouldn't know. He does putting and striking opposite hands.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. I think he hits the ball right-handed and he puts left-handed, right?
Oh, I think one time he told me that.
Yeah, and he's outstanding golfer.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's something to see. That's interesting. But that's the thing that I think stands out most about Phil. Though Phil has a lot of great attributes as well. But okay, so Phil was your first coach, and then what age again?
I think same time, like almost when I started, like 9 or 10. Okay. And then I think I stopped with him in 8th grade.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. And in 8th grade, were you still in Casey's program?
I was.
But you were probably at this time starting to play the junior golf tournaments as well, right?
Yeah, actually, I started that when I was 11.
Yeah.
Was in JAGA and OJ, and later on when I was 13, I moved on to HS.
Okay.
JGA.
So how did you transition from Casey's program, junior golf program, into competitive? What made you venture out into the competitive realm?
Well, we at some point we wanted to get myself into like tournament mode.
Yeah.
And like some tournaments, and I guess, yeah, my parents just dropped me in there, and
yeah.
I just kind of figured it out.
Potential. We saw that it was necessary to take the next step.
It just it was something that I wanted to do, and I think the transition at first was very hard. I was always shooting in like the hundreds and
it's
the 90s, but over time I slowly lowered my scores, and at the same time I met a lot of lifelong friends, and some more people that I could play with.
Right. Okay, so you started off, you're in Casey's program, and one thing good about Casey's, well, there's a lot of things good about Casey's program, but I know one thing that I really think is neat is that how he does that whole cap system, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to graduate, and then with the skill level, and then he infuses a competition into it, but in a very non-threatening and friendly sort of way, right? And then, but then you start to see, because you'll if you do it that way, you don't lose interest for the people who are not as competitive, but then you start to identify the people who maybe are, and then they are able to go on to the more competitive organizations like OJGA and HSJGA and stuff like that, like you were saying, right? So you get out there, and it's not easy. It's not going great. So at the beginning, you're shooting like 100 and whatnot. And so, any discouragement? Did you feel like, oh man?
Actually, I don't mean to not answer your question right there, but about that cap thing, just thought I could make. Oh man, it took me like a million years to graduate from that orange to white. I was like, I was telling my dad after, like, I just couldn't get that two putts, man.
Okay, but how did it feel? Were you discouraged?
I was a little frustrated.
Did you ever feel like you wanted to quit?
At some points, not quit on the lines of that extreme, but I was very like upset with myself that I couldn't get better, and I had to really work hard to get like from that orange to the white. Eventually, then you could play tournaments, and then the black was even through 9,
right?
Or I think it was 6 or 9 holes.
Yeah.
And the red was 1 under through 6 or 9 holes, and that was it just takes so long for the kid to develop and get those caps, and but I always felt like I could always come back the next day and just work on my game more. So I never really felt like discouragement though.
Good.
Just a feeling of how should I say, like improvement, and I always wanted to just keep coming back.
Well, that's
and
good.
Persevere through it.
And that in itself is a part of the reason why you've made it as far as you have, right? Because you don't give up, and you just keep on trying harder, and you always have a positive outlook, thinking that, hey, I can do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. And having struggled through all of that, this is something that I think is probably key. Do you still like sometimes flash back to that, when you're having challenges in this time? And, and you go like, well, I remember when there was a time I struggled at this, and I can overcome, and I can, right? So all those little lessons, and there's another. So here's the thing I didn't even consider, but that's a great benefit of being in his program, because when you are going through those levels and the challenges you go through, because they're not easy to get there, it really teaches you to how to achieve, because success doesn't always go like up like that, right? You have setbacks, or you have times when you just flatten out and you feel like, oh, that's it, and you got to break through the wall, right?
Yes.
And so I'm sure, and I remember talking to your dad, because you guys are always over here, and because I know your dad, I'd always talk story with him and see how it's going. And I remember times when Gunnar's hit the wall, can't get through it. I remember so many times this or that or the other thing. And then I see you guys months later, a year later, whatever, Kevin, he's doing it. He got through. And it's just amazing, right? So these are just great lessons that you've learned in life. And I think it's not going to end with golf. I mean, who knows? Maybe it will. Maybe you're going to be a future PGA Tour player, and golf is going to be all you do, which is a good thing.
That's a dream come true.
but if it's not, and say golf takes you through college, and then that's where it drops you off, and then you go into life and you have a career like, you know, most people do.
Mhm.
But these lessons that you learn in golf are life lessons, and
Yeah.
they're going to serve you well no matter what you do.
Mhm.
Though we're hoping to see you go really far in golf.
Yes.
But okay, so you went through Casey's program, you went through the whole CAP system, you really struggle with that. You got yourself into competitive golf. That wasn't easy. How'd you make your breakthrough in competitive golf? I mean, because I'm sure when you first started playing, you saw the kids that were really good, right?
Yes. Yes.
And they, I mean, if you're shooting 100, I mean, at that point, you got some kids that are getting close to breaking 80 already, right?
Yes.
And so you're probably going like, whoa, what is this, right? So tell me about that. How did how did it feel to be the guy shooting 100 when other kids are shooting? What were the low scores?
Yeah. So I actually have a story about that.
Yeah, good. Tell it.
My first tournament ever, it was an OJ. I was, I believe, a 10 or 11 years old, and I was playing with two other competitive golfers that were very used to it, and they're like a year older than me, but they shot like in the low 80s.
Yeah.
I ended up shooting 102,
Yeah.
the red tees at Milani, and I just couldn't believe my eyes when I saw a top player. He just graduated last year from my team, shot even par, and I was astonished how good these younger golfers were. Like,
You mean to tell me
they're not
at that
even-
tournament, the low score was even par?
Yes.
Wow.
I was.
And you were like, what, 10 or 11 years old?
Yes.
Wow.
He was about, I think, 12, and
Incredible.
I just, wow, I was like, on the car ride home, I vividly remember me sitting in the back of my dad's car and like, oh, I thought I was telling my dad, oh, ready? I just came off a win at Casey Nakama's tour at 9 holes, and I was feeling really good. And
You're
then
on top of the world.
top of the world, and then I came into this one thinking, oh, Dad, we're ready to get another one, ready to get another win. He's like, all right, let's see it. And then I came in the car, last place, 102, and I just like, Dad, all these kids are better than me. Like, my eyes like, and I was very motivated to work on my game and hopefully be like them later on.
Yeah.
And over the years, like I said earlier, I just I came over here actually at Klipper Golf Course.
Yeah.
And I would always be with my dad. We're working on the range or the chippy green.
What year was that?
When did we start coming here? 2019-ish?
Yeah, right around COVID.
Yeah. And that's like kind of when I started to kind of like shoot more of like the 90s, and then one tournament I shot like, I think a high 80s at Turtle Bay, and then finally I remember I placed at Ho'akalei. I think I was shooting in the 90s, but then a tournament after, there was a Jaga. I took, I was leading after front 9.
Whoa.
I was 11 to 12 years old. Ended up taking 3rd though, but that's when I knew I was kind of like touching the 80s.
Yeah.
And I just got better and better. And then I soon got into my my high school years. And I started playing high school golf, and it's kind of where I am now.
Yeah, that is great. And you know what I like best about your story is, I talked to quite a few kids, or youngsters, juniors, and high schoolers, even some collegiate kids, right? And sorry, I keep saying kids. I'm trying to look for a better word, but I'm an old man, so you got to understand everyone's a kid to me at this point in my life. But I hear a lot of stories about how they got good fast, right? Like, oh yeah, I did this, and this, and next thing you know it, I'm shooting low scores, winning tournaments, and all that. What I like about your story is that you struggled, because the most people struggle, but not most of those people don't make it as far as you do. You get what I'm trying to say? In the grand scheme of it all, when you got this big group of kids playing, the majority of those kids struggle. There's a small group that are really, really good. And typically that small group of really, really good kids, they end up going far. But of this big group of kids that struggle, there's only a small group of kids that are gonna catch up or, you know, make it up to that level as well. And so good for you. But, you know, in listening to your story, it's very apparent what that is. And that's because of what's inside of you here and what's inside of you here, because you have the heart that doesn't quit. So you're not a quitter. You're dedicated. You persevere. You commit, right? So quit was not even in the equation, because I'm asking you, did you think of quitting? And not really, you know. But you know, I would say the average Joe would definitely think of quitting when you're one of the junkest guys out there. Definitely, right? But you didn't consider that. And how did you feel when you were out in the midst of all of these players that were way better than you? You know, the average person would feel intimidated, inferior, but you looked at them and you said, I can be like that. I want to be like that, you know?
Yes.
And so it's that spirit that's in you that's brought you from that level to this level. And I really think if you continue to be the person that you are, which why wouldn't you? That's going to take you really far. And who knows what's on the horizon for you. So I think that's a good lesson that we're learning here. And hopefully there's some parents, and I know we don't have this big following, but for those of you who do follow us regularly, thank you very much. Share this with anyone that you know that has an aspiring young athlete or just aspiring to do anything. Share this with their parents, because the parents are the ones that really need to know. The children are young, they don't know too much, but the parents are the ones that can teach them this. They can motivate them, they can encourage them, because that is what it takes right there. And I'm so glad we had this opportunity to talk to you today, because I think that spirit has gotten you this far. And like I said, I think it's going to take you a lot farther in life, no matter what you endeavor to do. So Gunnar, you're looking forward to going to Linfield next year. And what's your coach's name?
Coach Mitch Wilson.
Coach Mitch Wilson. And shout out to Coach Mitch Wilson, because Coach Wilson, I hear, is one heck of a coach. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but he was a big part of the reason why you chose Linfield.
Yes.
Yeah, because you had a couple other offers. We don't need to disclose who they are, but you had some other opportunities, but you chose. That's the one you chose. And I remember your dad and you sharing with me that he was a big part of the reason. And so what is it about Coach Wilson that really stood out to you? What do you like about him?
Yeah, he was a very inviting guy when we first visited the campus, and he put together us a very nice school tour, and he took us into the golf room, which was dedicated to the golf team, and had simulators, and it felt very welcoming. And yeah, he introduced me to all of the athletics and where they held the trophies and all of the where they practiced, like the swimming or the football field, the baseball field. It felt very athletic over there, and he was a very nice guy, and I just liked every part of it.
No, I think that's wonderful. And you know, the reason I want to talk about your coach a little bit is because, you know, I think that the coaching is so important for young athletes, especially when you go away to college, because you're going away to college. You're a young man, but you're still not fully mature. You're leaving your parents and your family behind. Going up there, you're by yourself. Your coach now becomes almost like your adopted parent. You know what I mean? Kind of like your golf parent up there. And so when you find a good coach that cares about you and that you have respect for, and you have a good relationship, there's some chemistry there, that's going to serve you well. So, you know, it's not going to be easy. I know, because I have kids that went to college, and there's going to be ups and downs. I mean, probably the first challenge is going to be when you get there, because you're going to probably be homesick. But, you know, I encourage you to grind it out just like you've done with the rest of your life. And, you know, hang on tight to Coach Wilson and allow him to mentor you and guide you through this journey. And I think you're going to turn out really, really good. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do up there, Gunnar.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah. So folks, you know, this is Gunnar Lee. You got Instagram or anything like that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So tell us, what's your Instagram handle?
My tag's Gunnar Lee _.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. So give him a follow. Be in his corner. he could use the support. And Gunnar, good luck to you. And
Yep.
we'll talk to you soon, and we'll check in and see how things are going. Good luck with your season, okay?
Thank you, Kevin.
All right, folks, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you at the Klipper. Aloha.